Hello, everyone. Hi to you. Hope you're well. Thank you for coming and joining me this evening. How I work, I will sense, feel, and give information about those loved ones that you have in the world of spirit. We miss our loved ones, and so it's that healing and comfort that comes to us when we can receive their love, their words, their message that they bring to us. I'll get the information, sensing, age, gender, all about them. If you can take all the information, place your comments, speak to me, come into the room, and let's work together. Just take a few moments to I sense and feel my first contact here. It's wonderful to be with you all. So hello to you again, and let me just sense who is with me. Hello to you, Vatrina. Oh, you say happy Saturday. Happy to you. Happy. Hello, Sally. Wonderful to have you with us this evening. Hello to you, Jason. Good evening to you. Hello, Tracy. Wonderful. Hello, Vivian. We've got quite a few of us together now, so I'll keep going. Hello, Emma. Wonderful to have you with us. Hello, Tina. Oh, first time seeing you too. Hello, Jeanette. Hello, Veronica. Wow, I made it. Hello, Rhonda. Hi, Ruth. Hi, Katrina. Wow, New York. Hello, Michelle. Hi to you. This is a time for us all to get together, so a hi to you. Oh, hello, Hidral. Wow, what a wonderful picture there. And you, Ruth. Hello, seeing you, yes, for the first time. Hello, Lauren. Oh, lovely. Absolutely lovely. Hello, Natalie. Hello, Pamela. Oh, from Scotland. I love Scotland. You no doubt got some beautiful scenery with the snow and the cold weather. Hi, Sally. Oh, Dorothy runs in the family. Christine, hello to you. Hello, Shelley. Wow, my mum-in-law's named Dorothy Young. I think that's enough. But let me say also, Dorothy Young, I believe, was Houdini's assistant. So there we go, another Dorothy Young. Hello, Heidi. Hello to you. So, hello, Eileen, and saying hello to everyone. All right, I think I'm going to start working now. Hello, Lisa. So I'm going to start working now because I've got a gentleman here. He's getting a little bit impatient. He's saying, come on, let's get working. I've got a sense of a, hello, Julie. Oh, happy Valentine's for tomorrow. Fabulous. Wow. Hope you've got your heart chocolates. Hello, Wendy, too. Guiding senses. Fabulous. And Deborah. Wow. Well, I've got a gentleman here. I'm going to carry on, please. I've got a gentleman here. Now, what I know as I work with this gentleman, I sense and feel he has got a very strong stature. He is dad. He needs to speak to his daughter. I know with him that he was, as I say, got a strong opinion about life. He would always be someone you could turn to, always if you wanted an, as he said, if you want an honest opinion, he would be able to give it to you. I have a sense, please, that he passed very suddenly. He was taken perhaps a little bit by surprise. This is a heart condition here with him. So who knows, please, as I'm connecting this wonderful dad, who, please, I want to be daughter here, who, please, understands this information. Your father is in the spirit world, and I know here that he didn't pass a long time ago. It feels almost within the last 3 years. So he says the situation is quite raw around the family. There are difficulties within the family that you have to sort out and understand. So if I'm going to carry on working in this energy with dad, I know, please, that the situations that you're working out is that it's decisions that you have to make about where you're going to live. Okay, I've got Ruth here that says, sounds like your father-in-law. When we feel a dad, we feel dad sometimes can be, dad is dad, whether he's father-in-law or not. Let me just carry on because I want you to understand all the information. Please just let me know that this is dad, but he passed, yes, quite suddenly, but it was a heart condition, and it, as I say, it was sudden. And I also want to know, please, with you, that you are making decisions about perhaps moving in your life at the moment. You want to go from one area to another. I'm just going to see who we've got that can understand that. A heart passed with a heart attack. I'm going to definitely say it's dad with a heart attack. Was very, very sudden in the last 3 years. I do feel drawn, actually. The last person who's come in is Wendy. Can I actually talk to you, Wendy? Would you understand, Wendy, that you are making decisions about moving? And he passed the, I'm going to work with you, please. I do feel it's absolutely you, Wendy, and it feels right with me. So just stay with me now, Wendy, and let me work with you. I'm going to say to you, as I just go back into the energy, that your dad was totally dependable. You could go to him with any situation and you could tell him anything. It's almost as if he says to me, nothing could ever shock me. So I'm not sure whether there was something perhaps that you had to tell him that you might have felt as if it could have shocked him or could have made life more difficult for him, or life was difficult for you and your dad sorted it out with you by being honest, true and clear. Now I'm just waiting to see if you can say yes to that information. You know, please, that your dad was a smart gentleman. He was, I'm just going to say, if I feel his age, almost as if he's in his late 50s, turning to 62, 63. So I don't know if you can understand that also with him. He certainly feels young at heart and a young man. So in other words, he held his age well. So he didn't look his age when he passed. I'm just waiting to see if you can understand that. All you have to type in is a yes to me or a no. Right, okay. So yeah, that makes sense. All right. So all of that, please, to you, Wendy, that makes sense. I don't want to go into the detail of what that was. I know, please, that he puts it to me, Wendy, life was complicated or has been complicated, and your dad helped you to resolve and to give you clarity to go forward. So would you be saying yes, please, to your dad being someone you could totally rely on? You could tell him anything and he would always support you and give you an honest opinion. But whatever your decision, as you've grown up, as you've lived your life so far, he would support and say, that's fine by me. Thank you. Thank you. So you're saying, yes, that definitely makes sense. As he brings his beautiful dad energy to me, I know that roses would have been very much used as a flower for the coffin, please. I know that the funeral was quite an affair. So a lot of people were there for his funeral. He had a lot of friends, and I want to say to you, he makes me understand that there were people from the pub. Now, I'm laughing because I've not had someone say this to me before. He had friends in the local, and I know, please, that they would have been there to give him a really good send-off for his funeral. Why does he want to talk about his funeral? Because I know he makes me aware that you stood, you read, or you had a eulogy, or you definitely said some words. Yes, lovely, you're saying yes to the pub and the friends. Wendy, you read a passage that you wrote yourself, whether it was either ceremony or because you say there were two, like you wrote his eulogy. Thank you, my darling. So he brings that in because it was beautiful. I know it was tough for you to do that. And I know that he was very much supporting you. So although you felt so sad and you felt that it was a difficult, difficult to write, perhaps it was that you stood up and it was that someone else had to read it because it was perhaps too difficult for you. But that doesn't matter. Wendy, the fact is Dad knows, and it was from you. And he's saying to me that you actually outpoured your heart. You outpoured your heart, and you gave all these words from your heart. And I know that these words are true. You've spoken these words, that not a day goes by without you thinking about your dad. He's your best friend. He is your absolute best friend. He's the best friend that you will always have because he stands behind you. Now, we talked about where you want to move to. It's almost as if you've got like an area where it's like, do I go here? Do I go there? There's lots of possibilities, all right? And it feels to me as if something about either your work or your commitments or your relationship right now, there's a lot changing. And where you're moved to will have to be right for everyone, not just for you. So Dad's saying to me, his vision is to take your time. Take your time over every part of your decision making, and all will be well. All will be right for you. You've just said you're looking for a job in the area too. So there's a lot that's going on, Wendy. And so just go with that flow and let Dad direct you. One of the problems he did have is with his right eye. I don't know if you understand that. He's put this energy to me that there's something about his right eye. So I wonder, in fact, whether he actually had to wear glasses or there was perhaps some either glaucoma, something going on with his eyes. But what he's bringing that energy in for you is it's all about clear vision. So keep that sense of positivity and know you will be able to see your right pathway, because it will be staring you in the face. It will be clear for you to make your decisions and make your final choice. And all Dad's love. Thank you so much, Wendy, for working with me. Thank you. So I'm going to say hello again to all those that are joining us. Hello, Terry. That's lovely to have you. Now, I do understand there's a lovely lady here, and she is a very particular lady, not just by how she dresses, but her speech as well. It's almost as if I could be quite theatrical in my way of speaking and presenting myself. She loves my surroundings here. She says the decor that's around you, Dorothy, is lovely. And I know, please, that I again need to speak to another young lady, because she's very much coming in for you as a young lady. You guys have to wait for a moment. I'm just working with the girls at the moment. This lady is, she feels very much like a grandmother and a mother at the same time. So I may have mum who becomes a grandmother. So if you can just bear with me for a moment as I just feel and sense a little bit more. So what I'm feeling is a lot of stomach issues. There's a lot of tension around the stomach area for me. So I know there is a sense of problems with digestion and difficulty, but she also talks about difficulty in swallowing as well. I am actually going to say to you that, and hello to you, Phil, there. Thank you for coming in and joining us. I'm going to say to you, please, everyone, that this lady, as mum or grandmother, she had cancer, because I now can feel this cancer, or this detail of the cancer. It is very much in this throat area and the top part of almost esophagus down to the stomach. So I know, please, with this cancer, it may well have started in the throat area, but it definitely spread. And she said it spread into my bones. I know here with this lovely lady that she passed very quickly at the very end. But I know that when the cancer first came, the cancer was first diagnosed, she actually really felt that it was going to be okay. Now, Heidi, can I work with you, please? Because you're saying to me that your mum had difficulty. So that is correct, please. It was cancer, and it was cancer of the esophagus. Do you understand, Heidi, also that the cancer went into her bones? I'm also going to say to you, Heidi, she is a lovely, yes, a lovely lady. And you're saying, yes, that is correct. She is a lovely lady. Now, is it correct that she has become a grandmother? Is that true? I'm going to, yes, it spread everywhere. I'm going to say to you, Heidi, that's how it feels. So I'm going to carry on, if that is correct, that she comes back to this smartness. You know, your mum was impeccable in the way that she dressed. You understand too that her hair was always, she has a pride in her hair. She loved to keep her hair absolutely special. And I also know she's making me aware that she would love jewellery. I know that I have, oh yes, she was a grandmother too. Oh, and great grandmother. Oh, that's beautiful, Heidi, because I felt this is a grandmother and mum. All right. And I was just going to go because she's just letting me see some jewellery. Now, I know in the jewellery that uh, I know she had some pearls, and I believe they have been passed down in the family. So I'm going to ask you if that was correct. Also, you're saying yes about her beautiful hair and how she kept her hair so beautiful. Wonderful. Now, I know, please, that she was poorly for quite some time, but when she passed, it all happened, my darling, it all happened very quickly at the end. But what was so wonderful about this lovely lady was that she kept her dignity and she kept her mind. She's a sharp, educated, very articulate, beautiful lady. Right? You're saying that you have your Nan's pearls. You had them when Mum was alive. So she's just recalling these pearls, all right, which you hold as a wonderful memory of, in fact, your mum and grandmother and great grandmother. It's almost as if, I want to say, you have a photograph of the three together. That's wonderful if that is possible. Photographs, there are a lot of photographs, and almost as if you actually, Heidi, like to take photographs. Probably this is on a mobile phone, but it's like as if your number of photographs is actually so many now that you need more storage for the amount of photographs that you have and you keep. I do have a message from this lovely lady, and that is, remember my smartness, because my smartness was all about my appearance, but also to be smart. I'm going back to her because of this photograph that you don't understand about three together. Would you understand that you have a photograph? You have a photograph that there are three important people in a photograph that you've been looking at, almost as if that would have been today or yesterday. I'm going to just leave that with you because I know that Mum is talking about a photograph, and this feels as if, please, that photographs are that important, but there's one that you've been very much looking at, only perhaps today or yesterday. Please understand too that in the spirit world, they can watch and bring through now elements that you may not necessarily expect them to say or to remind you of. But if something's happened today or yesterday, then that's to show you how close she can be and how close she is to watch over you and give you the information she can give you now. You understand the cancer. You understand that was of the esophagus. You understand it started with her not being able to swallow. She brings that information for you so that you know it is her. She brings her love. And I just want to say to you, Heidi, thank you so much for working with me. Her love will always be with you, will stay with you. She says forever. And you're a sensitive soul. You understand that. And I know that at the moment you're trying to be very sensitive for those around you. I know that's difficult. I believe you would actually understand that Mum is coming here, and Nan, and your great grandmother, because your great grandmother was also a fine speaker. Elocution, speaking well, is very much in the family. Your sensitivity goes before you, and I know that you're very much supporting family around you. And there's a feeling too that there is a friend that you're very much talking to on the phone and very much supporting through this difficult pandemic that we have. Keep that up, my darling, and thank you so much for working with me. God bless and thank you. Oh, hello, Anne Marie. Oh, first time here. Welcome. My first time too, so it's wonderful. We're having a lovely, lovely evening. So I say hello to you. Hello, Hayden. Hi, Hyel. Thank you. Don't know if I've pronounced your name correctly. Please excuse that if I haven't, but wonderful to have you from America. Saborn, hello to you. Looking like a lovely photograph there. Oh, and Julie, hello to you. And she's Julie saying hello to everyone. Hello, Kim. Hello, Angel. And Daniela, hello to you. Hello, Mary. Hello. Oh, I'm having some lovely love hearts on the screen. Hello to you, Kelly. So, hello to you all. May I carry on now? Just working because I've got very much a young man. I've got a young man who is coming in to work with us this evening. He says he's 37, around about 35, 37. He's quite a jovial sort of guy. He's coming in, he's strong, he's got a lot of energy, got a lot of enthusiasm. He says, of course, I was one of those that I could be very up and I could have those moments of being very down. He's very happy to say to me that he took his life. It was a tragedy at the time. Many people talk about it, he says. Many people still feel that perhaps they could have done something for me. But he says, you know, that's the way that I was. I was either very up or I was very down. And when I was very down, no one could help me. No one could lift my spirit. Nobody could actually give me the encouragement that perhaps, you know, you all felt that was right for me. I just wasn't listening. I had a good life and life was actually opening up for me. What he actually shows me and makes me feel very aware is that there's a feeling and sort of this view of the football pitch. So he either loved watching football or he played football himself. Or I just feel as if I want to talk to a guy here that's on this evening. I wonder, in fact, whether football is something that you really enjoy and absolutely love, because this football seems to be connecting perhaps the two of you together. Um, ah, Strangely enough, of course, we've got Richard and the team here, but I wonder whether the name Richard either could be his name or is a Richard that you know, or Richard in the family, because that's really coming through strongly to me. Now I'm just waiting to see if I have someone who can understand this young man who, oh, you see, he's just large as life as he comes in here. Now, I've got Pamela at the moment, who's just seeing if this could be her cousin. I just felt I needed to speak to a gentleman as the contact. Okay, let me just carry on. You get something that you definitely understand. First of all, those who are just coming in, would you understand the age, please? I want to be either 35, 36 or 37. That's where I feel I'm at. So those who've answered to me, who please would understand that age? Ah, I've got Hazal. My cousin lived across from Stadium. My brother is Richard. That's where I want to be. Can I work with you, please, Hazal? Can I, and I spell, pronouncing that. So Hezval, can I work with you, please? Lovely. So I would like to just bring this wonderful young man to you. Would you make sense, please, that there is something that connects also with you and football? Is it just that you love watching football to perhaps a real, how can I put this? You really enjoy it. Now you've said yes. I'm going to just see also. There's a feeling too that the two of you would have played cards. You're saying yes to the football. Would you understand playing cards? And I want to play cards for money, please. There's a bit of a wager going on here. There's a bit of a bet going on. Well, I'm just waiting to hear what you say about that. I'm going to, thank you, you're saying yes to the cards. That's wonderful, because you see there are many, we used to cheat. There are many memories here, Hezval, many memories. And a lot of folks still, I'm going to say family still, it still feels a little bit raw. It still feels a little bit difficult. But would you understand that in your relationship with this lovely guy, that, you know, you have such a wonderful memory of him, and somehow there's this feeling that when you want to ask a question, shall I do this, shall I make this decision, shall I go in this direction, that you talk to him, you bring him in. It's you know, this is the relationship that the two of you had together. It's really fun. It's lively, and there's this banter between the two of you, and you have so many memories. And there's this, I'm going to say, in fact, you actually talk to spirit. I believe here that you actually make the connections. You know all about mediumship, and you know when messages come through to you, and you certainly know when this guy is around you. You're going forward. You're going forward at the moment, and you're going forward with great positivity. This friend of yours, all right, this wonderful pal of yours, says one thing and one thing only: keep your pecker up, keep your chin up, keep going. Whatever it is, it's like a new venture that you're really trying out at the moment, don't give up on it. Keep going. And of course, if this is your mediumship, if this is part of where you're finding that connection, and you say to me that you're trying and you're still learning, then just know that you've got a real pal in the spirit world to stand by your side and assist and give you that guidance that you need. Thank you so much again, working with me. His love and that perseverance, never give up. When you're feeling up, of course, he knew that. When he felt down, that was difficult for him. He says you're always on that even keel. So he salutes you for that. Thank you again for working with me. Yep. Okay. So here we are. Here we are. Here we are. Right, I'm just seeing what's coming in now. There's quite a few. I've got a family. I've got a family of mum and dad. I know as they both come in together. Oh, hello, Gary. I know as they both come in together that their passing, therefore, would have been close together. I'm just feeling as if they're saying to me, mum and dad are saying to me they passed within 3 months of each other. So this period of time, 3 months, that's how it feels to me. I feel pleased that mum and dad, I just wonder, they're just saying to me, we're in our 70s, almost as if perhaps dad could be 79 and mum 75. Dad's saying she's quite a spring chicken here. So dad's got a sense of humour and always saw his lovely wife, his partner, as being young. And I think wonder in fact whether there's a bit of a family joke here. You know, she's not only the beautiful one, but she's the younger one. But there's a real love. Well, we've got Valentine's, haven't we, tomorrow, Valentine's Day. So just wonder if they're going to celebrate Valentine's Day together, because they are very much, they say they're two peas in the same pod. Now, who would understand, please? I don't know whether I'm speaking almost as if I've got two sisters here. Almost if I could have you, but you've got two sisters yourself. Mum and dad's in the spirit world. They pass very quickly together. Anybody understand that, please, for me? Just going to see if they're going to, well, they're still talking to me because they've brought in all the family. I've got the name Frank has just been called. I've got Frank. Frank is going to be remembered here. Could be Uncle Frank. Could be Great Uncle Frank. And I've also got a dog who's bounding in. Now, I always say with the dogs, of course, 4 legs, a tail and 2 ears, but this dog could be a Cocker Spaniel, because I'm just having a little look. Beautiful dog. Now, don't be shy. Come and talk to me. It may be that you don't understand a mum and dad passing quite so close together. It could be just that I'm feeling their relationship being so close. And I've got the name Mary as well here. I need to ask you, is that right? Mary. Can anybody understand? No. So just for the moment, while you're thinking about this, I'm just going to ask them to sit with me for a moment. Phil, you've just let me know that you have Uncle Frank. Can I just work with you for a moment, Phil? Because the energy does actually do feel right. Yes, and you have two sisters, one of them being Mary, because I heard the name Mary. I was putting Mary into the spirit world, so I don't know whether I need to have her here or that she has passed over, because there is this feeling with Mary that she's saying hello. Phil, would you understand Mum and Dad being in the spirit world? And I'm going to ask you also, Phil, that, you're just, okay. I'm asking you, Phil, your mum and dad, please, if you could say yes or no to they are in the spirit world. I just need either a yes or no. I'm going to carry on here, Phil. What I'm going to feel, please, I'm going to work with Mum, because that energy, right, now you've let me know, that's perfect. Both, I've got Mum and Dad here, Phil, in the spirit world, and I was feeling this closeness with them and this wonderful love from your father for your mother. It just felt, though, that they pass close together, and you're saying no, that they didn't. So I'm going to say to you, Phil, I'm going to go back to them and let them just let me know why they were getting me to feel that. And what's coming back is this feeling that they were so close together. Would you understand your mother being 75 when she passed? So I'm going to bring her love to you, Phil. That's the age that I felt. She is a very strong-minded lady. She taught you well. And I know that there were beautiful times sitting around the dining room table. She takes me to very much family being together and being close together. You've now let me know that it was Dad that was 75. I knew I had 75 and that was an age, and Mum was 94. Okay, so she feels, yeah, she's strong-minded. She feels very purposeful, very direct, very sure in her mind and how she wanted things done. Bring that family, please, together, Phil. Bring everybody together. That's what she says. Bring in your thoughts all the family together. So I don't know, Phil, whether there is elements that are, or aspects to life at the moment where you're making connections back with family again. You're bringing family back together, because there is a big family in the spirit world, and you always work for your own mediumship on the very strong direction of love and power of that purpose. And all your family are so proud and pleased of the work that you do, but also proud and pleased with how you look after family that are still here and bringing that purpose for family very much together. Phil, thank you so much for working with me. Their love and all those, Uncle Frank, all of for your mum and your dad. It's like, you know, there's this feeling that you've been picking up this project, this work with the family. You pick it up, you put it down, you pick it up, you put it down. Find the time, they say, find the time which is right for you. It's all about what's right for you right now. No stress, in your own time, in your own way, in your own purpose. Being kind to yourself as you are kind to others. Phil, thank you so much for working with me, and I will just bring their love still to you, and their love is so there for you. Thank you. Hello to you, Sabrina. Hello to all those that are coming still in. Hello, Jeanette. Oh, from the East Coast, USA. Fabulous. I haven't travelled very far myself, so one day I might just go to the East Coast, USA. Hello, Janine. And so as I just sit here now, I know still in this wonderful vibration of love, I've got a lovely gentleman. He's Grandad. He's Grandad, and he says, look, you know, I used to love sitting in my chair. It didn't rock. It would have been nice if it had been a rocking chair, but it had lovely cushions. I had a real soft cushion for my back. There's arms on the chair, so he could really sit and be nice and comfortable on this chair. He said my legs got very swollen, and my grandpa's slippers were comfortable, but they started to get very tight as my feet became swollen. I wasn't able at the end to get out of my chair very easily. It got very difficult. But despite the fact that the doctors had said to me, and everybody was saying, that I shouldn't smoke my pipe because my lungs were congested and my breathing was getting quite difficult, perhaps I shouldn't smoke my pipe. So there were times I'd be sitting just holding my pipe just to know that it was there, the comfort of almost pretending that I was just taking a nice little puff there on my pipe. And then I would just light up every now and again. So I did still keep smoking or smoking that pipe as much as I could before I passed. I feel quite rural with this wonderful Grandad. So I don't know if you actually live out in the sticks or Grandad lived in almost like a cottage type feeling, or certainly in a property where I've sort of got a lot of trees, I've got countryside that's all around. So who out there joining us on this wonderful evening, who understands Grandad? You had lots of lovely times with Grandad, perhaps not as many as you would have liked to have done, but he is here to just give you a wonderful message. He's making me feel not only about this circulation to his legs and ankles, I know he also had a bit of problems in his tummy as well. Now, Sally is coming in saying Grandad had his chair and smoked a pipe, but he lived in Sutton though. Okay, does anybody else feel the country situation? Because I do feel I want this countryside. Or would you understand, Sally, that perhaps you live now where there's countryside, or that you can look out perhaps your window and see countryside, or, well, yes, I'm going to say looking out and seeing countryside. Just have a little sip of water. I'm going to ask his granddad if there is something else he can give me. Oh, I've definitely got countryside because I now can see the sheep. I can see sheep. I can see almost farmland. Right. Okay, Sally, that's enough for me. I understand. So, Sally, you're saying that he lived opposite a big park and you've got the country near me. Sally, I just looking out, I can see sheep, almost as if you may not have that close to you. That's that, in other words, they're not that close, but you love, if we didn't have this pandemic now, you would be traveling out and seeing sheep, seeing countryside. All right, that would be, oh, you're saying no sheep. Oh, okay. I've definitely got sheep here. Right, I'm just not wanting to make it fit for you, Sally. I'm just seeing if there's anybody else. I've got countryside, I've got the sheep. I know this is very important with Grandad. I'm going to ask to see if you can understand. I'm going back to him. What can he just tell me about the sheep? Sally, can I ask you, would you understand connections with the Outer Hebrides? I mean, I've never had this come through. The Outer Hebrides and Scotland. Just if you can answer me yes or no. A connection with the Outer Hebrides, Scotland, because I just got to place these sheep somewhere. Also, I'm going to ask you, Sally, do you understand with your granddad sitting in the chair, loving to smoke the pipe? I'm going to also ask you, Sally, about that, if you could say yes or no to me, that Grandad had pneumonia. You've told me now that your mum travelled there often to Scotland, and the Outer Hebrides connects. You see, as I was with your granddad, and I'm still with him now, as I was with him though a moment ago, he just took me to that area, and seeing these sheep, this countryside, this these surroundings, and I believe there are postcards that would actually connect to Grandad. So I believe perhaps Grandad kept photographs and postcards of these areas, all right, where your mum would have gone to. Perhaps she kept these photographs and this not only the photographs but the postcards. And you said yes, that he died from pneumonia, so that is correct. Well, look, Grandad is here, Sally, and he's a lovely man. You know that he used to make you giggle. He used to sort of tell you a little joke, and he used to love to see you giggle. Now, I don't know whether you still giggle now, but I feel as if I got you to laugh, that there would be a real sense of humour with you and a real desire to have a bit of fun. I believe you actually are quite a practical joker. You like to have a little bit of a laugh here and there. You're very happy to say play a little practical joke in the family, and you're very happy if someone plays a little practical joke on you. Sally, I believe, please, that you know you're a fun loving person, and in your energy I can feel that, I can see that. And I want to say to you that Grandad is very close to you. So many wonderful memories that you had with him, and he brings those memories also to perhaps raise your spirit a little bit, because it's difficult to find things to laugh about at the moment. Keep going with your practical jokes. Keep going with finding something to laugh about. All right. And have his love, but also have his guidance, have his closeness, because he's a tender, loving man. And he says you were very tender towards him. I feel as if you actually comforted him before he passed. I feel as if you made him warm and got him to be cozy and really feeling loved. There's a real feeling that you made him feel so loved, and he brings his love to you, Sally, here this evening. Keep those jokes going. Someone that you know has a joke book. Feels like a male. I've got this joke book. So I'm just going to leave the joke book with you as well. Sally, thank you so much for coming into the room and working with me. All your granddad's love to you. Thank you. I've just got a little note to say to you all. Tomorrow morning, we've got a divine service with Wimbledon Spiritualist Church. That's from 11 a.m. So do come and join us for that wonderful experience tomorrow. And tomorrow at 2 o'clock, we have the Sunday sofa. So again, if you're able to find that wonderful time to come and join us, please come on for this event tomorrow, the Sunday sofa at 2 o'clock. Now, tomorrow evening, 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock tomorrow evening, we've got a fledgling evening. So again, a very good opportunity to come and join us, Spiritual Psychics TV. Thank you. Oh, and lovely to you, Sally, with the joke book. May I tell you, please, too, for the Sunday service tomorrow, the medium is Rose Anderson. So Rose Anderson. What would be lovely for me to do is just to do one more contact if you're staying online with me, and then that will be the last one. So as I'm working now, I know that there's a lady, she's not going to let me finish. She very much wants to come in for one of you. She is tall, she is slim, she is absolutely beautiful. She says that everyone used to say to me, how did I stay so slim? Well, I want to know as well how she stayed so slim, because I think it's difficult. So we won't go into that, but she is coming in here. She is mum, I have to say, and she used to like to be called Mama, or someone called her Mama. There's quite a few nicknames that are used in the family, but it's like this is Mama. Okay, and I don't know whether she would have had something else that went on after Mama, like Mama Bear. So there we go. But if you can understand, please, Mama somebody, all right? She's a lovely, lovely lady. She is mum, and she loved her jewelry. She just adored jewelry. I've got boxes of jewelry, so I've got at least 3 jewelry boxes. So there's beads, but there's also, they're separated out. There's beads in one, gold in another, not perhaps so much of the gold, all right, but there's beads in one. There's what I call the real jewelry, okay, which would be some gold, all right. Then there's a further one, which is like the Del Monte, the glittery, the bling, all right. It's got a bit of bling, we've got a bit of gold, and we've got a bit of the beads, and please don't let me suggest from her that she would wear all of this at the same time. So depending on the outfit, she's got a piece of jewelry that goes with each ensemble, each dress, each whatever it is she is wearing. She also liked to wear jackets as well. And I know the person I want to speak to absolutely is adored by her, and you adored your mother. Okay. Now, what happened here was she says it was a difficult time for her. She did have cancer. She did have a diagnosis which was confusing. And I know, please, it does definitely feel like cancer. It could be something that perhaps feels like cancer, but let's keep it as cancer, because I believe if it wasn't, it was questioned. All right. So she brings it in to be that clarity. She loved a party. She loved a party. And it feels to me as if before she passed, she had a birthday, because that may have been an opportunity to have a party. So even if she was too poorly to get up and dance, perhaps just jig about, she certainly was present for this party before she passed. I know that May, the month of May, is important to her or important to you. And I also know I want to go to November. Also want to go to November. Just seeing if I can sense, I believe there could be Ted. There could be a Ted saying hello. Ted yes, Ted in the spirit world, because he's not here. So there could be an Uncle Ted as well that connects with this wonderful mum. I'm just waiting to see if anyone, please, could understand so that I can just complete my session. This wonderful opportunity that I've had with you all this evening. It's been wonderful. See, I've got my glittery top as well, so I'm glittering and sparkling. I think this lovely lady likes me because I think she likes the glittery top. It's really these elements of jewelry. Of course, if she's giving me this jewelry, if I'm getting it wrong, it could be that you love the bling, you love, and it may be that she's given you the gold. I've got Sue, who's got mum, her jackets, the beads. Just going to go back. Can I ask you, please? This is correct, Sue, because I know I'm definitely with you. Sue, can you say yes to me or no? The question of this. Would you understand that, because you can understand jackets and the beads, this is your mum, please, and your mum had she gave her the gold, right? Would you understand, Sue, that she would have kept her jewelry in jewelry boxes? That's a yes. And also, please, that you understand she had a condition like a cancer. It was difficult to diagnose. So can you give me a yes or a no to the jewelry boxes and then the condition that she had? Thank you. You've given me your yes. Bless you, Sue. Your mum, she's slim. She was always well presented. You're saying no to that. Just going back to her. Sue, can I put it to you that would be how she would like to have been perceived? In other words, with her dresses, with her jewelry, she liked to look smart. You understand the stomach problems. I'm going to say, for me to feel this, it feels like a cancer. But you understand it was difficult to diagnose. It was difficult for her at the time. But this was an ongoing condition, and she did pass to the spirit world. She comes in, it could just be that, she's letting you, she was always immaculate. So it's not about being slim, my darling. It's me feeling her being immaculate. And I'm going to go back to her. I'm going to say to you, Sue, you would understand that that's important to you, of your to be slim or to be presentable, to be perhaps aware of your weight, and to have that smartness and that's which, as I say, how gorgeous that you look. You've let me know now about gallstones and diverticulitis. Please understand that I can just perhaps feel that as a cancer condition. It's all about that which was going on, but you understand it was difficult to diagnose. Mum is here for you this evening. She gave you the gold. She loved being smart. She loved her presentation, her whole looks and being. She also, you understand, she was likable. And I also feel I want you to understand that this mama is coming. In other words, you know, perhaps you had a special name for her. I'm just going to leave all of this for you, Sue, and with you, that you will understand all of this and know that mum is with you and her love will always be with you. Thank you so much, Sue, for working with me as I bring this now to a close. Thank you so much. So thank you so much, everyone, for working with me this evening and us all being together. Again, it's a hello to you all. And now perhaps a goodbye. So you can find me. I'm Dorothy Young. I have a website. So Dorothy Young Medium Brighton. That's how you search for me. So my website tells you all about me. I work for the Spiritual Association of Great Britain too. I run courses there in teaching, and I work on Zoom wherever I'm invited to give my mediumship. It's such a wonderful opportunity to work for Spirit. Thank you for joining me this evening, and good night.